I was very thrilled to hear that something of this sort is happening, an alternative which has been put by the department union here, and you all have decided to call me. I feel this is a privilege for me to be here with the young generations, because we all are fighting to make a beautiful world ahead, and that's all what we want to do. But I was very surprised when in the morning I just woke up and saw the news that the Honorable Vice Chancellor of this university has a problem with this event, problem with me coming into the campus. But it was not surprising, because RSS always has problem with people who speak up to them or speak the truth, because they don't want that to happen inside their campuses. They don't want free thinking inside their campuses. So when we are here today, standing in solidarity, the message is clear that students are not going to bow down, students are not going to take a step back. The younger generation inside this country are here to lead. The younger generation in this country are here to lead the struggle ahead for a beautiful world, for making sure that a democratic, secular country is in place, is intact. What did we learn from the protest that was happening in Jantar Mantar? What did we learn as student community, as youth? When in Jantar Mantar, the protest was happening for 40 days, what we were demanding? We were demanding a better education system. We were demanding that if paper leaks are happening, if corporatization of education system is happening, if neoliberal policies are being implemented inside educational campuses, it is happening by the people who are sitting in power. And what we were simply saying is that the education minister who holds the portfolio, who keeps clear links with the RSS, has failed as the education minister of this country. And he needs to immediately resign. That is all what the student community of this country was saying. But what did the RSS do? What did the government do? What did they do when the students were asking for dialogue? They used the police. They used tear gases. They used pellet guns to attack the student community. This is the kind of repression they want to do inside campuses. I'm very proud that I'm standing inside Kerala in campus where there is a student union. Because let me tell you, dear young friends and comrades, I also come from a campus, Jawaharlal Nehru University, where I have hold the position of the student union president for 4.5 years. I've held that position, but we know when we are in such positions, it is with responsibility that we hold that position. Because in majority of the educational institutions today, there is no student union elections happening. They want to curb down student voices. Why do they want to curb? Why do they don't want student union elections to happen? Because they know if there is a student union, they know if there are representation in your student unions, there are chairpersons in your student union, then they will be representing your voices inside the student union, and they don't want that. This government, the people inside this government, they're using inside the states to subvert the federal structure. They're using the governor to appoint their like-minded vice chancellor inside universities. Why? So that it is easier for them to corporatize the education system. It's easier for them to communalize the education system, so that it is easier for them to centralize the education system. But SFI has given a clear statement that we are not going to move an inch back. Whatever it takes, we are going to defend the education system. Comrades, yesterday I was in Kutuparambu, and we happened to visit the memorial where we remember the Kutuparambu martyrs. It's very important that we remember history. It's very important for young people to know the history of this land and the history of this country. When young students, when the neoliberal assault was happening in 1990s, when then the government were deciding that education as a subject has to be corporatized. Education has to be privatized. There were fellow students, young minds inside Kerala in 90s who were saying that we are not going to go away from the streets unless and until the government steps back, and we are going to defend the education system against privatization, against the neoliberal onslaught on education. Today in 2026, we can see the impact of neoliberal policies. Education is becoming costly. Government schools are closing down. Paper leaks are happening. Students don't have good employment opportunities. Youth don't have better livelihood. Maximum youth are having to migrate to other countries for better livelihood. We got independence inside this country. 2 days back we celebrated Independence Day. 80th Independence Day. Why did we celebrate? Because our freedom fighters had envisioned of a country where all of us have a good life. We have education, we have employment. But we did not want a country which has a future where the youth is having to run away from this country. So we are here to defend, we are here to learn that from the Kutupurumbu martyrs who took the bullet on the chest, not at their back. They stood there to defend and say, and not to fear, that no, we are not going to go back. We are here to defend the education system. We are here to defend the public model of education system. Comrades, when we are here to remember those martyrdom, to remember those several people who have contributed to safeguard this education system, it is us, the younger generation, on whose shoulders today the responsibility is. Whether it is Jantar Mantar, whether it is Kerala, whether it is this campus or any of the campus inside this country. It is on us as younger generation. The younger generation across the country has shown us through their reels, through their social media strategies, through their words, through their statements, that we are not going to bow down. The message is clear. The message is clear that however the state tries to stop democratic debates, we are here to defend it. And I would also send a message to the Vice Chancellor of your university from here, that we are ready to debate. If you want to come, you come with us. We will debate with you that what is your issue. What issue do you have when young people are coming and trying to attend a fest? Why are you so fearful of young minds speaking? Because there is lakhs of young generation who will be speaking up their mind. By stopping one person, you are not going to stop the idea of the young generation. That is not possible. That is what Bhagat Singh told us, that Che Guevara told us, that you can only kill a man, but you can't stop the ideas flowing inside this country. You can't. And that is what the Vice Chancellor is mistaken. If he is thinking by stopping one fest, by stopping one person, the idea of this fest, the idea of Mazduri 2026 will go away. It is not going to go. It's in your veins. The fight, the struggle is in the veins of the students of Kannur University, and we are proud to extend solidarity to all of you who are taking ahead this fight. We also want to thank all of you, the student union especially, and SFI especially here. We know what is happening inside this country, what is happening in Manipur and the northeastern states. I've got to know when I came to the campus that several students from Manipur have got the opportunity to continue their education inside this campus, inside this university, because of the intervention of SFI and the Students' Union. Comrade, it's not only a proud moment for us, but it is where our politics is. Our politics is not only there to tell some jargons or slogans. Our politics is there to practice that in our lives, and we have shown it through our way, that no one should be left behind in education. And to all the students of Manipur, to all the students across this country who have been deprived of education, Kerala has always shown them the way, that always an alternative is possible inside this country, always an alternative is possible inside this society. However, the system might try to take away education from them, but people of Kerala, the young minds of Kerala, has always defended, tried to build an alternative system here. So I want to congratulate the student union, the SFI here, for defending that model of education. And the final thing, And the final thing, that the theme of the fest that is there, I was reading Mazduri 2026. Women, work and resistance. Often in our country, often in our society, the work of the women are not highlighted. I've always felt, my visit in Kerala has been from 2018 onwards. I have come several times till date. And I've always felt that Kerala is one of those places where women have been the faces of resistance. It's very organically that women are the faces of the resistance. They are just not put for representation. They are the organic leaders of the resistance, organic leaders of these struggles. And when the union has decided to name this Mazduri, and in that Mazduri honor the work of the women, the resistance that the women are putting, it shows the politics that we believe in. That if inside this country today 50% of women are there, young girls are there, then this society is equally as much as there. We are all equals inside this society. Every struggle is all of ours. So I want to also congratulate all of you for keeping this thing, having a discussion on this theme, and finally, that a challenge is in front of us at this moment. When we stand in 2026, a challenge is there in front of us. A challenge where vice chancellors, a challenge where the RSS, BJP, who are the followers of that Savarkar, which Savarkar had no place in the history, freedom struggle of this country. The Savarkar who had only bootlicked the Britishers to somehow run away from the jail. We want to clearly tell them and their followers that we are the children of Bhagat Singh. We don't run away. We stand here to speak eye to eye to these people who are apologists, that we are here to stay and tell you what our politics is. We are not going to run away. We will not let you destroy our educational campuses. We will not let RSS destroy our educational campuses. Whatever it might take, we will defend educational campuses, not only for SFI, but also to uphold the democratic culture, so that every student has democratic right to put their dissent forward, to have their voice forward inside this campus. I once more want to extend my solidarity greetings, red salute, revolutionary greetings to all of the students who participated today in this session, to all of the teachers, faculty, workers, staff who have ensured that if a campus has to maintain its democratic culture, it's not only the student, but the entire community who fights together to struggle that education is not only limited to few, it is spread as a knowledge system to each and every one. That kind of message we have been able to send, and I'm really proud and privileged to be here extending my greetings. And whatever the fight that has started in Jantar Mantar and across the country, it will go ahead with the slogan that you people have created, no more, if I'm not wrong, no more Modi, right? So that message we are going to take from this campus across the country as a message that we want to learn that no more of fascist government, authoritarian, dictatorial governments on us. We have the constitution. With the constitution in our hands, we are going to march ahead for a better future, to build a better society, for defending the democratic and secular values of this country. Inqilab Zindabad.